Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Woodward and I just wanted to make a video and support my friend Sarah. Um, we kind of wanted to talk about our experiences playing overseas and, most of the not very great experiences. So when I graduated college, I graduated from the University of Wyoming. I thought everything was just going to be just like college. Um, I was planning on playing in the Canary Islands on an island called Tenerife, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to an island, this is going to be amazing. So I was really excited, really had my standards set really high. I thought everything was just going to be so great. When I get there, it was fine. Obviously, there was still a language barrier. I don't understand Spanish that much, but I was able to get by. A few days in, the first thing, I made a list of things that Sarah and I were unhappy with during the time we were there. A few things right off the bat. So already, I'm going to a new country. I'm really far from my family. I'm super close with my family. So it was a hard transition as it was. And right away, the organization, the Clarinos, they promised me that they would get me Wi-Fi right away, and that was the only way I could communicate with my family at the time. And so I was like, okay, they're going to get this. They're going to do it. They said they would. But soon after that, I kind of realized that their word for things, they would promise to do things, and a lot of times it would never happen. I did not have Wi-Fi for about 2 months, so I'd have to go to cafes nearby or anywhere nearby just to eat, and while I was eating, I could FaceTime my mom or my dad, and that was the way I could communicate with my family at that time. Every day, every week, though, I kept asking, how's the Wi-Fi going? Are we going to get the Wi-Fi? And every single time I'd ask, they would always say, tomorrow, you're going to get it tomorrow. So, I just kept trusting, and then, eventually just never happened. So, that was 2 months of the time I was there. And I was there from August to end of August to December. September, October, so about 4 months. So honestly, half of the time there, I wasn't able to communicate with my family as well as I would have liked. Another thing that was really hard is, so my friend Sarah and I, so I was in a different apartment as she was, but we would meet up and we'd always walk to practice together. We'd have lifting in the morning, practice in the morning, come back, walk back, and then basically nap all day, which, for me, because practices were so awful, Claudio, the organization, there were not nice words being said, and I know things were said about me. I can understand most of the swear words of Spanish, so I understand when, for example, the coach at one point, pointed to his private parts and said cojones at some point, and I knew it was not good. In no way you should be saying that to women or anyone, for that matter. Calling us, bitches and things like that, that's unacceptable. And not only that, but when someone would try to stand up to him, Claudio, so Sarah, would one time, he threatened to kick her out. He did kick her out. He was yelling very mean things. I can't understand Spanish that well, but you can tell when it's not, said nicely, and he wasn't meaning well with Sarah. Later on in the day, we'd have to go to practice at about 9 p.m. Walk back, it was almost midnight by the time it was over, and we'd have to walk, or I would have to walk by myself too, then to my apartment. And the neighborhood wasn't great. I really didn't feel comfortable walking by myself in that area. So that was just another part of it, I guess. It's just hard when your expectations are so high about a place and you just are expecting to have the same kind of college experience as you did. And going in, I thought I was going to have something so amazing, and it just wasn't. I decided to quit, and I was like, well, I think it would be decent of me to talk to the coaches in the organization and tell them that I'm just going to leave at Christmas time. So this is like in November. And I thought that was the right thing to do. Well, I didn't get paid that last 2 months, and I practiced those months. So, that wasn't right, and they broke the contract on that. They were late on their payments about every month. They were always late. Tomorrow was always said that we'd get our payments. But yeah, I finally had enough, and I knew it wasn't the place for me, and I didn't want to be treated that way. And I saw my teammates like Sarah getting treated that way, and I just didn't think it was right. So yeah, I told them I was leaving in November, and after that, I sat on the bench because they weren't going to play me. Claudio wasn't going to play me, which I guess it's understandable. He knew I was going to leave, so I guess that's my own fault for telling him early. But it was the best thing for me to leave, and I thought I'd be done. That experience kind of made me not enjoy basketball as much. I just knew I was done. After that last game in Tenerife, I threw my shoes in the trash, and I was ready to be done with basketball and move on and begin my teaching career and move on from it. I did end up signing to a team in Luxembourg, which is a great experience. So, there are times where you can find a good fit for yourself. But, within all the negatives, there was a positive. I gained a lifelong friend with Sarah, and, I think those horrible experiences really show you how to deal with people that you're not going to get along with, or people who don't treat you right. It's all about how you react to the situation, and if I didn't have Sarah, it would have been really hard to do that alone. I don't think I would have been able to. I probably would have quit months before then. But yeah, throughout all those negatives, which there were a lot, and I know Sarah has even more because he really said some awful things to her and sexual things that should not be said at all to people that he didn't even know us. Didn't have a relationship with him. It was very unprofessional, and I just feel for Sarah in that, and I just hope that Sarah is really taking a big leap right now and helping young players to decide where they want to play, and hopefully agents can really look into coaches more and organizations to know that, okay, this is an okay spot to send these players, and they're safe there and they feel comfortable. So, Sarah's doing an awesome thing right now, and I'm so proud of her. I love her to death, and throughout all of those negatives, for me, the one positive really overcomes it all for me. I met one of my best friends for life, and we will always have a connection. There are times we don't even talk that much, and then she calls me the other day, and it's like we could talk for hours. So, there's always a positive that comes out of everything, but right now I'm so proud of Sarah for getting this out, because I'm sure there's more organizations like this that the same things are going on. So I think it's important to be aware of that, and, hopefully things can change. So thank you for your time, and I just, I hope this makes a difference, and Sarah is really just an inspiring person and doing amazing things right now, and I'm so proud of her. So thank you for listening.